Welcome back to another video on the Utila channel. We are Wazork. If you're new to this channel and you're new to Utila and the Whale Shark Oceanic Research Center, we are Wazork, or the Whale Shark Oceanic Research Center. We are a marine conservation organization based in Utila. We do marine conservation internships and we teach people about the reef and whale sharks here on Utila. So today we're going to be talking about becoming a PADI Pro in conservation and how that can help you. But before we begin, I want to introduce you to some of the people I have standing here that are different levels of PADI Pros and involved in conservation at our organization at the Whale Shark Oceanic Research Center. So Mari, if you want to introduce yourself.
So my name is Maria Fernanda and I am currently a PADI Divemaster.
My name is Madeline Ball and I am I'm waiting for my instructor to go through.
Awesome.
Maddie is also our research assistant this month. Yay! So she's a prime example of someone who is chasing a career in marine conservation and climbing that PADI and Wazork ladder to get there. I'm Abby, I am a PADI staff instructor and I've been in teaching status for 5 years now.
So my name's Eli and I just became an instructor back in August, and I also just started working on my MSDT, or my Master Scuba Diver Trainer certification right after that in August for my specialties. I believe Maddie also did that as well. Alright, so we've got a whole lot of different levels of PADI Pro here. So I think it'll be really interesting to ask some of these questions about how it's kind of helped us in our conservation careers. So first of all, I do want to kind of just first describe what exactly a PADI Pro is. And I wanted to first give that question to Abby because I know she has the most experience being a PADI staff instructor with what that definition is.
So a PADI Pro is a professional diver. It's someone who is able to certify other divers and someone who's wanting to make that next step in their diving career. Maybe they want to move away from being a recreational diver or even a technical diver, and they want to move towards teaching and guiding others. So that could be just taking people out on fun dives, it could be teaching refresher courses, or it could even be teaching recreational level, even professional level, and also specialties. So it's a very vast, wide range of choices being a PADI Pro.
Okay, so our second question on here is, why did you become a PADI Pro? So we have a bunch of people here with a lot of different backgrounds. We have people at different levels and different levels of experience with being an instructor, being a dive master in this industry. So I want everyone to kind of contribute to why they became one, what were their incentives for becoming a PADI Pro in the first place. Maya, I don't know if you want to start us off.
Yes, well, one of the first incentives was working here, actually. I knew that if I wanted to work here and be helpful in this area, marine conservation, marine biology, being a dive master was something that was really going to help me because it proved that I had the abilities to guide people underwater, and I had the chances of being a more helpful person while being underwater.
Maddie, what were your incentives for becoming a PADI Pro?
First off, it was just to become a better diver and be more confident underwater. But I also love the feeling of like bringing someone in to do what you really love. Because like when I used to teach dance, it was the babies and they would have the biggest smiles. So bringing people into something that you love is...
I love that. That's so sweet. Oh.
Well, mine's not going to be as good as that. I became a PADI Pro after completing my Wazork internship back in 2016 for the opportunity to just get better as a diver. I also loved, similar to Maddie, I loved teaching the refresher courses. Anytime I got to do a skill circuit in my Divemaster training, I felt so good about myself demonstrating the skills and being able to correct issues and any problems and resolve them and just get people more comfortable and confident in diving and introduce them to the underwater world.
So I wanted to become a PADI Pro because, man, I just knew that it would open up a lot of doors of opportunity, and I knew that going through undergrad I was at least a science diver, but I was starting to realize there was a lot of types of jobs out there that you needed to specifically be a dive master for, whether it be professional or PADI related specifically, or if it was conservation related. It was almost always a prerequisite that you needed to at least be a dive master for it. So I thought just logically it made sense to just become a PADI Pro, become at least first a dive master. And then while I was here, it just started to make even more sense to become a PADI instructor, because then I also started to realize there wasn't as many job opportunities as becoming an instructor. And once you're an instructor, you have so much opportunity to just open up your own business and be freelance, and you can create jobs for yourself basically all over the world if you are able to market yourself effectively. All right, so this next question on here I think is another one that we don't all have to specifically talk about, but something that maybe some people can chime into. How can becoming a pro help you in marine conservation? And I know I just basically talked about that a little bit, but I don't know if anyone else wanted to chime in on that.
I think a big difference is addressing if you want to become a dive master or an instructor. Many people take the dive master course just for a fun internship, not necessarily with the intention to work as a dive master. You acquire so many new skills and you progress so much in that short period of time. Whereas if you want to become an instructor, I feel like that's a step that you take to teach and to become a certified instructor. So it depends what you are really looking for. In terms of working in conservation, most places will require you to be dive master minimum. For that reason being, as Maddie said, was being able to guide people and be responsible for people underwater. Not only if you're working in an internship role, but if you're even working as a research diver, you just need to have those dive skills, those progressed skills. And then to be an instructor, how that is relevant working in marine conservation, you can teach many specialties actually that require you to be an instructor, such as like the lionfish invasive specialty or PADI project aware specialties. There's so many different opportunities in that field. And if you're an instructor, obviously it kind of shows that you have a lot more experience handling other people in the water, dealing with issues that come up, safety as a whole, and maybe you have a bit more experience in that field. Some may say. That's just my opinion, but yeah.
Well, I guess I just wanted to add that I don't think you necessarily have to be a PADI Pro to get involved in marine conservation, but it can certainly help you get your foot in the door, because I find that a lot of marine conservation organizations are partnered with dive shops to get in the water. If you're already involved with a dive shop, you can quickly or more easily start working with a marine conservation organization, because you're more capable of helping you have that very valuable certification, and you have obviously a lot of experience in the water if you're going into it constantly every day.
I would maybe also add that even if you're not pursuing a career in marine conservation, like if you're working as a PADI Dive Master instructor, as an instructor you can teach the PADI Dive Master program, so you're teaching the next generation of professional divers, and you can, through your own knowledge of marine conservation, you can insert a lot of that into that program. I remember after doing this internship in 2016, I worked as an instructor for 3 years before I even came back to the Whale Shark Centre. And every opportunity I had, I would implement conservation in the courses I was teaching. Whether it's an open water course or a dive master course, I would tell them so many cool facts about the fish, stories about the resident turtles we have here, or Curious George, the moray eel, get people excited, always swim by the coral nursery so they could see what was going on, and getting people excited about conservation. I would join on the beach cleans, even though I wasn't an intern at that time, because I wanted to set a good example for other people. Like, even if you're not working in conservation, you're working as a diver you're working as a dive master or an instructor, so you are working in conservation.
So kind of wrapping it all up here, if you're actually interested in becoming a PADI Pro, which can help you so much in marine conservation and your career in this field, how do you become a PADI Pro and how much would all of that cost? So Maddie, if you want to talk about some of the prerequisites for becoming a dive master, please.
So for a dive master, you need to be at least 18 years old, be EFR certified, have at least 40 dives, and rescue certified.
Got it.
Yeah.
And then for instructor, you need to have been a certified diver for at least 6 months. So you can't go from 0 to hero within less than that period. You need to have at least 100 logged dives by the end of your instructor development course. So do remember to log your dives, it is important. And as Maddie said, you need to be EFR certified valid within the last 24 months and be a PADI dive master. How much does it cost? Well, yes, obviously it's an investment which hopefully is going towards a potential career. So if you think of it like that, it's a bit less painful. The Dive Master course at Bay Islands College of Diving, if you're doing it through us at Resort, it's $1,099. If you are interested in doing your instructor development course, it's $1,999, but there are also PADI fees. So that price does not include the fee that you have to pay to PADI. That is the price you pay for the training. The PADI fee for Dive Master is $128, and the PADI fee for instructor is $1,050. So it does set you back a bit, but if you are pulling those hours at your current job, it's gonna pay off literally down the line.
A final question that's not on here, but I did want to ask everyone, I guess, is do you really think it was worth it to become a PADI Pro? Are you really, what have you got out of that investment that you put into it? Money.
Oh no, well it has been absolutely rewarding becoming a PADI dive master. I believe that ever since I became one, or even before, I've been enjoying dives so much, and I feel much more comfortable underwater and such more confidence overall. I feel definitely super happy about being a PADI Pro. Yep.
Maddie?
I haven't had much experience as a PADI Pro yet, since I just finished, but I do feel a lot more confident and ready to step into the roles.
This is Maddie's first week as research assistant, and so she is experiencing leading divers for the first time, a little bit, like real life divers, yeah. Not fake divers. Yeah, she's doing a great job. So the research assistant position is perfect for that practice. Yeah, I think without becoming a PADI Pro personally, I would never have gotten a job here. I don't have a background. If you've seen our first YouTube video where I spoke a little bit about this, I don't have a background in marine sciences. So without my years experience on Utila, I don't think I would probably be working at Resort. Yeah, I think my experience in teaching, handling diver issues underwater, knowing the dive sites around Utila, and just that experience is what has enabled me to be able to work here.
I think that working here over the past few months, it's definitely made me feel so much safer that I'm at least surrounded by a lot of people that are also so well trained and so well disciplined to lead people underwater. I feel after going through like 3 months of training with Dive Master and then instructor, I feel like I just lived and breathed all PADI theory and instructional theory, and now putting it into practice surrounded by a bunch of other people that are so in tune with how things should be in teaching underwater. It's giving me so much more confidence. I feel a lot more safe and calm underwater and a lot more capable of leading people safely, which is so incredibly important in this industry if you're going to be with people underwater.
It also helps for us that a lot of our interns have done dive courses through the College of Diving, therefore their caliber of training has been exceptional. So it's very uncommon that we do have to deal with any issues, but yeah, it's nice that we have such a professional level of divers here as well. We have a very big Divemaster program and instructor program at the college, and we share boats with those interns every day, so it's great to chat with them and learn how being a PADI Pro is changing their life as well.
Well, I think on that note, I think we can conclude today's video, but I did want to say thank you guys so much for watching, and if you guys have any other questions, please check out the link below to send us your questions, and also check out all of the different kinds of programs that we offer through Resort and also Utila. Make sure to check out our Instagram and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. But otherwise, have a great rest of your day and see you in the next video.
Bye.